The evolution of Spotify, from streaming pioneer to global giant. Spotify, the music streaming service that has transformed the way we listen to music, is more than just a platform for streaming songs. It's a company that has disrupted the music industry, changing the way artists promote and distribute their music, and giving music lovers access to an endless array of songs, podcasts, and other audio content. Since its launch in 2008, Spotify has grown into one of the most popular streaming services in the world, with millions of users and a vast music library. But what is it about Spotify that has made it so successful? Is it the technology, the user experience, or the business model? Join us as we delve into the world of Spotify and uncover the secrets behind its meteoric rise. Welcome to the Time Capsule Channel, the place where we dive back in time and tell you the stories of the present. When Spotify launched in 2008, it completely changed how people listen to music. Spotify gives you access to discover, manage, and share more than 5 million podcast episodes. You are able to use Spotify for free or upgrade to Spotify Premium to gain access to exclusive music features like enhanced sound quality and on-demand, offline, and ad-free music listening experience. With 515 million users, including 210 million members in more than 178 regions, Spotify is currently the most widely used audio streaming subscription service worldwide. As their users say, there is an appropriate tune to fix every mood. But in reality, it is not practical to store that many songs on any one device. This issue is fully resolved by Spotify. With its headquarters in the Swedish city of Stockholm, Spotify is a global provider of media services, including online and offline music streaming. The largest music streaming service distributor in the world, Spotify was established in April of 2006. Among international players, Spotify is the most popular audio streaming service in India. So, let's take a look at the Spotify success story and what we are going to learn about Spotify, the funding it received, Spotify's business model, revenue model, acquisitions, challenges, and discuss how it gained the immense popularity it enjoys among music lovers worldwide. About Spotify. The year 2006 marked the beginning of Spotify, and ever since then, it has been providing its users with a buffet of podcasts, videos, and music. Spotify is a Swedish online music and audio streaming service that was established by Daniel Ek and Martin Lorenzon. Spotify offers a huge selection of over 70 million songs from a variety of different record labels and media organizations. The company helps its consumers access the basic functionalities and enjoy the restricted content while providing them with digital copyright-protected podcasts and musical content. These limited contents are defined as freemium since they contain advertisements. However, Spotify also offers user-friendly subscription plans that allow them to access its vast library of music. The company's main line of business is streaming audio as well as music. Despite being founded in 2006, Spotify wasn't officially launched until 2008, 2 years later. The fact that Spotify offers a comprehensive list of search criteria, allowing users to enter a song, artist, album, or genre into the search bar and push go, is one of the key features contributing to the company's financial success. As of September 2021, Spotify had 381 million active users, of which 172 million were premium subscribers. Spotify has 2 different usage options, online as well as offline. You need a premium membership to use the offline mode and have access to Spotify's 13 million plus song catalog. Do you know Spotify Wrapped reveals all of your listening habits throughout the year? This data shows a statistical roundup of the user's listening activity throughout the past year. It contains information such as what genre of music you listen to the most and how many minutes you spend listening to things on the platform. It also shows your favorite artists and albums. However, an internet connection is required for the online mode if premium membership is not included. If you don't want to use the app, Spotify can be used on both mobile and desktop, so you can just sign up at Spotify.com and start listening. Additionally, Spotify unveiled Spotify for Artists, a platform that gives musicians and their teams access to audience data and a number of tools for promoting their music and managing their Spotify profiles. Spotify for Musicians is a terrific platform for musicians, allowing them to sell products with their brands and promote their events. Now, let's consider the industrial growth of this music giant, Spotify industry. The global market for music streaming was last estimated to be worth $20.9 billion in 2019. According to estimates from 2020 to 2027, this will increase at a CAGR of 17.8%. It is anticipated that the music industry will continue to grow quickly as a result of rising smartphone adoption, fast digitization, and the expansion of digital platforms. According to reports from November 2021, Spotify is said to have a market share of around 32% in this area. History of Spotify as a startup. Martin Lorenzon and Daniel Ek created Spotify in an effort to tackle the issue of music piracy. Before the rise of music streaming services, many people downloaded music that was illegally obtained. This was a developing issue for the whole music business and is where Spotify's history began. Daniel and Martin founded the Spotify company after realizing the enormous potential of music streaming. After a few years of growth and becoming one of the most popular new applications, Spotify entered the US market and signed deals with significant record labels, which recognized the value of being present in the app and its potential to help promote individual artists. It was established in the US in 2011 and immediately started to compete with well-known and significant music services like iTunes, which it has since exceeded in terms of active subscribers, Amazon Music, Pandora, and the recently launched Tidal. In October 7, 2008, Spotify's services were initially made available to the general public in Scandinavia, the UK, France, and Spain. In the UK, Spotify began providing free but constrained access to its services in 2009. It is reported that Spotify operates in over 178 countries and was actively pursuing the entry of many more new ones. The reason behind its name. Spotify's name has a somewhat fascinating origin tale. The naming of Spotify was determined when Daniel and Martin slept at an apartment in the Stockholm suburbs, according to Daniel Ek, one of the Spotify creators and the company's CEO. One day, the Spotify founders were seated in various rooms and yelling various brand naming concepts back and forth. Martin then shouted a brand name at Daniel, which he misheard as Spotify. Daniel instantly registered the name for their firm after hearing it, or rather mishearing it, and looking it up in Google. As a result, Spotify turned up with no matches or hits. However, the inventors of the well-known music streaming service are frequently embarrassed to reveal the real reason behind the name of their product. Therefore, they usually imply that the term Spotify is a combination of the words spot and identify. Did you know? Free Spotify users once had a limit to how many songs they could listen to in a month. Revenue and income of the music giant. Spotify made roughly $10.25 billion in premium revenue and $1,476 million in ad-supported revenue during the most recent fiscal year that has been publicly disclosed, with premium revenue increasing by more than $2 billion since 2017. Both numbers were the highest ever reported. The fact that Spotify has 100 million customers globally as of the first quarter of 2020 contributed to the music streaming service's growth. The United States is one of the markets where Spotify has found success. The next most interesting topic is competition of Spotify. Apple Music is Spotify's main competitor. However, regardless of the fact that both services are well-liked for various reasons, the number of Apple subscribers globally is less than half of Spotify. Pandora Radio theoretically could have given Spotify some stiff competition. Spotify's playlist structure outperformed Pandora's radio station model in terms of popularity, and Pandora had trouble turning its users into paying subscribers, something that Spotify was always adept at. After becoming one of the most popular apps in recent years, Spotify formed partnerships with a number of social media platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat, to give its users more access to the app and more ways to share its content. This has improved user experience. I hope that this was a great explanation of the evolution of the streaming pioneer Spotify to a music giant in the music industry. Did this buzz your curiosity for more? What would you like next? Thank you for watching, subscribe, and follow for more.